Hello, 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 and welcome back to another moon ceremony. I'm Safrianna Lughna, the Queer Spirit Guide, and as always, it is a delight to join you to tune in with the moon here and now in this time and space. And as we are landing here in this moment, we're in a full moon in Capricorn. We have just come out of the summer solstice. This is our first full moon since the summer solstice. And I don't know about you, but where I am, everything is just in the fullness of life, in the heat of the moment. It has been literally hot and swampy where I'm at, and it's just been literally the picture of summer. We have been doing a ton of gardening and weeding because of torrential downpours followed by hot, hot days. And so it's really just that beautiful depiction of nature and all of the work that comes at the height of summer. So that's sort of the energy we're landing in today. And we're calling in this full moon in Capricorn that is really grounding us in what's real for us, getting really kind of brutally honest with ourselves, and also calling in the highest level of joy. So whether you're joining me here now live or in the replay, at any time, please feel free to drop things in the chat. You can also email me or DM me privately if you ever want to share something. You are never required to share publicly. But in case this is your first time joining, I'm just going to continue with a little bit of an energy update. Then we'll do an intention setting, followed by an energy clearing, and then a brief guided meditation, visualization, or activation. And then I'll pull a few cards for the collective. So, on that note, I actually pulled a card to kind of help me drop into the energy of this evening, and I'd love to share it with you. So, the Capricorn full moon is really grounding us, like I said, in this honesty within ourselves. It's really asking us to look at what needs repair in our life and what we need to take action around, what we need to do something about. And this moon really invites us to think about if we are kind of in that heat of summer, too much action. If we're actually burning the candle at both ends, we need to step back and look at that and ask if we're fostering some bad habits. So this is this Capricorn moon is really inviting us to look at those bad habits, to look at where we're maybe overdoing it, and also to get us honest about where we do need to step up and in and where we need to rise above. So the card that I pulled to tune into this energy was the Ethiopian opal card. And you can see these beautiful Pegasus unicorn friends and this rainbow on this card. Just absolutely a beautiful card. And it is reminding us that now is the time of the fertile ground, which again, going back to that summer energy, we are in the heat of the fertile ground right now. I'm putting together my next Substack post right now, which heads up if you have been wondering where I'm at. I'm over on Substack. That is the number one place I'm posting these days. But I was working on my Snaps from the Garden Substack and looking at the growth from the beginning of June to the end of June, because I look at a month of pictures, and the growth was astronomical. And now it's July 10th, and I'm thinking about how much more it's grown even in the last 10 days, and it is just wild. The ground was practically barren at the beginning of June, except for like weeds and teeny tiny sprouts, and now it is full of life. We're actively harvesting crops. So it's just a really fascinating time when you really tune into what's happening outside. And that's what this card is all about. We are in the fertile ground right now. And that's really reminding us to be playful and to call in what is really ours so that we can rise above. So that's my invitation to you as we move into setting some intentions is what actually feels good to you? What do you want to call in? What are you cultivating more of? Or, where do you need to step up? Where do you need to step in? Anything that you would like to look at, I'm going to post some intention setting statements here. And I invite you to consider in the coming weeks. I'm ready to, I choose to, I welcome, I lovingly let go of, I invite more of, etc. So just taking a moment to write down your intentions or just sit with them. I'm going to go ahead and jot mine down, and then we're going to move into an energy clearing. So, what is this Capricorn energy calling in for you? So, just taking your time here to write your intention down, but as you do so, you might begin to notice those little nagging thoughts at the back of your mind that maybe tell you something is not possible for you, or a voice of fear. Just anything that comes up that might be blocking you from really being able to embody this intention that you'd like for yourself. Just taking notice of that here and seeing if you can gently release it. So, as I get a smoke cleansing going here for the collective, releasing, releasing, releasing. Over these past few weeks, you've gathered energy. You've been doing things, completing tasks, moving about your life. And along that path, you've picked up emotions, thoughts, feelings, sensations that maybe you're ready to let go of now. Maybe you're ready to relax around. Just breathing here, releasing, releasing, releasing any tension from the body that feels ready to be let go. Releasing anything that's not you. And you might use the inhale to call yourself back home. And the exhale to gently release anything that doesn't belong to you. And as we consider this fertile ground, I invite you to think about anything that's blocking your growth, anything that has, you know, maybe been stifling the growth, drowning it out, suffocating it, physically blocking it, energetically blocking it. What's inhibiting your growth? Can you release that? Release, release, release. And even now, we're going to veer a little bit off course from the Capricorn energy tonight because this Pegasus unicorn rainbow energy from Ethiopian opal is what was present here tonight when I tuned in. So I invite you even now to invite in the spirit of your most creative inner child. I don't mean just the inner child. I don't believe in one inner child, but the creative part of your inner child. Inviting them to creatively clear with you here, maybe using the elements earth, air, fire, water, light to clear any stuck, stagnant energy in, on, or around your body. Seeing anything stuck being gently alchemized, released through play and through this rainbow light that's available here. Releasing, releasing, releasing. I love to use the full moons as an opportunity to really release and clear the energy that's been built up. so that as you go into the dark phase, you feel clarified and renewed. So finally, I'll just invite you, if it feels good to do so, to maybe shake the limbs out, wiggle the fingers and toes, just even sweep the aura a little bit to release anything else. And now we're going to go play. We're going to play within. And I always like to remind you that you get to receive this guided visualization activation however you want. You can have your eyes opened or closed, seated, standing, drawing, journaling, whatever feels right for you. And remember, there's no one right way to experience this. You might know things, see things, hear things, whatever, and you do not have to follow exactly along with me. This experience is your own. So let's go ahead and drop in. So just breathing here, once again, finding your way home into the body through the breath. Feeling that life force energy that's here for you now. And even tuning into the element of earth, to Capricorn energy as we move into our time of play, just grounding and centering here, feeling the body, feeling the earth beneath you, and feeling that sense of inner will that you possess. Capricorn energy tonight is asking what really feels good in you, what boundaries you might need to draw to create what feels really good for you. In a co-creative, expansive way, not in an isolating, limiting way, but in a way that sustains growth for all. So that's the energy we begin with as we breathe. And we sink from the conscious mind down into the heart space, breathing into the heart space and softening into the sensation of love. Perhaps recalling a loving moment you've shared recently with an animal companion, with a loved one, or with nature. And if no loving memories or moments arise, you can always imagine yourself surrounded by a sea of your favorite baby animal. Just allowing the sensation of love to soften in the heart as we open a portal out onto a cloud. Allowing this portal to open and find yourself stepping out onto a cloud with the full moon high in the sky. You might notice first if it's day or night, twilight. Just noticing the sky, the moon, and taking a moment to land fully supported on this fluffy cloud. You feel perfectly buoyant, able to walk with ease, almost as if you have wings. And maybe you do. Noticing the presence around you of a guide. Noticing who that guide is, and if no clear guide arrives, know that there is a Pegasus, unicorn, or some mix of both there with you. Take a moment to welcome any guides or the presence of Pegasus, unicorn. Taking a moment to land and greet one another. And as you orient here, you can feel this space teeming with magic, that rainbow energy of all life, of all creation. all possible here in this space. Expansive, unlimited possibilities for joy and play, for growth and abundance. You can feel that magic here, and you are invited by your guides to take flight to the sky, to soar through the atmosphere, over land, to see where you want to go, just to explore and be in this moment. So, whether you have wings or you mount a Pegasus or some other means of magical flight, you begin to soar through the air, connected to the element of earth even now as you are in the air, by feeling the presence of those physical bodies of earth and moon, a sense of balance between them as you soar through the air. That beautiful full moon above you, the earth below you. You are free to fly. And what feels good for you? What feels joyful and expansive in your body? What feels joyful and expansive in your emotions, your felt senses? What feels joyful and expansive in your mind? What thoughts light you up? What feels joyful and expansive in your spirit? What makes you soar higher? And what feels joyful and expansive in your community, in your connection with others, your connection with moon and sun, stars and earth? What feels luscious in your connection with other? Breathe all of these things in, seeing, sensing, feeling them like rainbow lights pouring through to every cell, revitalizing and rejuvenating you, lifting you up with the knowingness of what is for you, what feels good, what you want to pursue with all your heart, what you know is yours. Breathe it in. 1 to 3 things maybe that you see or sense arising within you that you know are for you. Maybe something you love to create, something you love to do, how you love to be. As you fly through the sky, seeing all the elements around you, I invite you to have some moments here to listen to any messages from your guide or guides, from Pegasus unicorn energy. What messages do you need to receive about your next steps or stepping into, up into the you you're becoming, the you want to be? What message do you need to hear as you step up and into who you're becoming? Your desires and dreams are sacred, they're yours for a reason. You do not need to people please. You do not need to make yourself small. You do not need to withdraw or run away or isolate. You do not need to hide. You get to step up and into your power. You get to pursue those desires and dreams that are yours. You get to proclaim your truth. You get to uncover your truth, discover your truth, play and learn and grow. And yes, stumble and fall sometimes. But in that, still transcend and find these moments of awareness, of presence, of power, soaring through the sky, surrounded by the elements, present with your guides, moon above, earth below, fully held and supported. What's possible for you if you step into this next chapter, this next level of being and doing, being who you're here to be and doing what is yours to do? What's possible then? Receiving that, breathing it into every cell like that rainbow light, head to toe. As you look through sky and over earth, you see how insignificant each small thing can seem when you can see the big picture. This is a moment to integrate, to remember, to get this bird's eye or Pegasus eye view, to see the bigger picture, and also to see all the little details, all the possibilities of what's ahead. Where do you want to land? Consider that. Where do you want to land? Where do you want to grow? And see yourself, sense yourself landing there now with the support of your guides. And take a moment to land in this space, feeling yourself surrounded by the energy of what you're calling in, the emotions you're calling in. This next step towards alignment and wholeness, towards really embracing what you want to embrace. Feel your own power moving through you. Rainbow light, working your own power into every cell of your being. And then take some moments here to connect with your guide or guides once more, seeing if there are any final messages they wish to pass on, words of wisdom or affirmation. Just listening. Feeling the magic, unicorn, Pegasus, rainbow energy. Feeling the earth beneath you, the moon above you. Taking a moment of gratitude, thanking your guides, unicorn, Pegasus, thanking the earth, the moon. Thanking yourself for showing up to do the work. And then from wherever you've landed, just taking notice, seeing if there are any features meant to capture your attention for a moment before you leave. Any symbols, reminders, anchors. And then releasing this moment, knowing you can come back at any point in time, turning back to find the portal into the heart opening, and stepping back fully through into this moment, allowing that portal to close as you wiggle the fingers and toes. And if the eyes are closed, gently opening them in your own time. And just taking a moment to look around your space, maybe stretch, do a no tiger twist, which is just looking up and around and down. Really orienting back into the here and now. So, as always, you are so welcome to share if there's anything you want to share in the chat. Otherwise, take some moments to jot any notes in your own notebook. And I'm going to go ahead and get our cards out for our collective pull here. And tonight I'm going to be pulling from Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. Love this deck. I always come back to this one. And I was really feeling into the Capricorn energy tonight. And this deck has a very earthy energy. The one I pulled, the Ethiopian Opal card, which in case you're tuning in, I've seen a couple people pop in live here, but a little later. So I want to show this again. The Ethiopian Opal was the inspiration for the visualization we just did, because this was the energy that wanted to come through tonight. So, and that comes from the Earth Alchemy Oracle by Katie Jane Wright. So I hope that was nourishing for you to play with the Pegasus and Unicorn energy. Like I said, a little deviation from Capricorn itself, but hopefully still pulling in for you this beautiful Earth energy as we are able to connect with it in this new way. And, everything that's coming through for me with this Capricorn energy really is about our boundaries, determining how we create more joy in the world and how we step through in a really soul nourishing way to be who we're here to be, and to not let the noise and the nonsense determine who we are, to really let go, and to let go of the bad habits that are holding us back, and to let go of the sabotage and all of that. So I'm going to share the reading here with you. And then I just want to say, I'm going to share two exciting things in my world after the reading that I'd love for you to stick around and listen to. But if you feel complete after the card reading, you're welcome to go as well. So the reading for tonight is Hermit, Retreat and Recharge. And honestly, yes, we all need to recharge right now. There has been a bombardment of bad news and scary things. And at least where I'm at, like heat, literal heat and storms and chaos. There's just so much in the world right now. So it's okay for us to need to retreat a little bit from that, and to recharge our energy, and to not look at all of the bad things all of the time, and to enjoy our blessings, and to hermit once in a while. So there is an important wisdom here about kind of protecting ourselves. But what's really interesting is the next card is Protection Guardian, which is about dropping our shields. So even in the midst of retreating, what I'm getting is that it's about us opening our hearts more, that we may need to retreat and recharge, not to have the shields up, but to be able to soften again and be protected by our guides, by our team, by the divine, by God, by the universe, by your higher self, by whatever you believe in, to allow there to be more support, not just inside you, but outside of you. And that's why I think that these are really important to pair together, because the hermit is saying, yes, it's so important to retreat and recharge, but you need to do it with an open heart and open to that protection that is inherently available to you. And then our card here is Summer, which is where we're at, right? We're literally in the heat of summer, on the other side of the summer solstice, building up towards Lunasa. And it's time to bask in the joy and the light. I sense that with this Capricorn full moon. It's really asking us to consider what makes us joyful, and to create boundaries around the things that don't. There are some things we have to do, we have to do the chores so that we don't have bugs in our house. We have to do uh, some cleaning or traveling or whatever, so that we can sustain ourselves and live. But outside of the things that we have to literally have to do to survive, why would we pick to do things we don't like to do with our time? We need more joy in our choices. And so we're being invited to really choose joy and to play in this fertile ground and really bask in the possibility and the just absolute abundance that is here for us. There's so much that's here for us that we struggle to receive for any number of reasons, for stories we're telling in our heads, for um, because other people are suffering, because we don't feel like we're doing enough or like we're worthy enough. We need to work on letting that go. I just really want to come back to the message from Capricorn for this point in time, which is to really let go of all the stuff that's holding us back. Like, to if you've been burning the candle at both ends or fostering bad habits, Capricorn calls you to rise above. Like, this is a time of rising above the stuff that's keeping us stuck in the mud so that we can move forward. And, as we move forward, we're going into a Virgo new moon. I think, hold on, let me backtrack here. We're going into a Leo, moon. And that's really inviting us to like step up and into the passion in a bigger way and to speak on things in a bigger way. And then we have Aquarius coming after that. So we're going into this chapter right now where Capricorn's like, clear out the stuff that's blocking you, because there's the chance for bigness and expansion ahead and like new things. But if you do not break these bad habits right now and let go of some of the things that are holding you back, you're really going to struggle to harvest what's ahead for you. So that's what I have to share about our full moon in Capricorn today and the energy as we're moving ahead. Thank you all for tuning in to another moon ceremony. These are always here for you. And if you want to be notified about them, you can always go on over to livinglunas.com/moon to sign up for the reminders so that you don't miss them. And then you'll have an email with the link in case you want to watch the replay if you can't make it live. And now I want to share about my exciting news and things that are happening in the background. So, first of all, my novel is here. This is literally the first time I am showing it on camera. So if you are tuning in live or watching the replay, yay! You are one of the first people to actually see a physical copy of the book. It is live now on Amazon if you want to go purchase it. But if you want a signed copy, get in touch with me. You can also go on over to livinglunas.com/TWSS for The Wincing Sorrow, and you can order the book right there from Amazon or from me and get a signed copy because I'll be mailing them out. Yes, yay! So these are live. I am now officially taking orders for them. And again, you can get it on Amazon. The ebook is not here yet. If you're waiting on that, let me know so I know to get that up sooner rather than later. But yes, I'm so excited that is here. I'll be talking so much more about this. I literally have not been sharing a ton about it yet because I've got some back end things, because there's always some back end things with the publication where I might be having to move my ISBN, and I'm trying to wait on that. But it's here. If you want it, you can get it. So that's exciting announcement number one. And then exciting announcement number two is I am doing this incredible 4 ritual series for Lunasa, the fall equinox, the Samhain transition into the witch's new year, if you practice in that way, and then the winter solstice. And these 4 rituals, we are calling them seasonal shenanigans because we want to take the preciousness out of ritual and be more in the flow of the symbolism and now. So if you're already used to my moon ceremony energy, think of that, but amplify it by 100-fold, because Dr. Bird and I are doing it together, and it's going to be in a private Zoom room, and we are going to be working with the people that show up with us. So if you're interested in that opportunity, I still have 2 more spots. The next 2 people who sign up for the full series are going to get a complimentary 30-minute reading with me. just as a bonus for thanking you for being an early bird. But you can head on over to livinglunas.com/seasonal to see all of the details about the rituals, when they are. Again, they're all on Zoom. They are on or around the holiday and the wheel of the year. You do not have to have any ritual experience. There is going to be no guidebook, no playbook. We are showing up. We are being in the energy together. And Dr. Bird and I will be cultivating this very playful space for all of us to still tune in together into whatever's here for us as we enter those basically wheel of the year holiday portals. So I can't wait. I'm super excited about it. I hope some of you who join these moon ceremonies will come join us for that, because it's sort of going to be like this, but again, tuned into the energy of the seasons and the transitions, and two really powerful rebel intuitives in the same room holding space for all of us to do collective shadow and light work. It's going to be really powerful. So last but not least, the best place to follow me right now is over on Substack. So if you are trying to stay appraised of my written content, that's the best place to be. It's been really slow a little bit lately with the book launch, but now that this is here and we're going to actually be sharing it, hopefully I will be back to other writing as well soon. So again, feel free to follow me at Queer Spirit Guide over on Substack. And as always, if you have the means and desire to do so, please feel free to donate for these moon ceremonies or for any other work that I put out into the world. It means a lot when I have people support. And I also understand that right now we are in a very interesting time. So that is why I am more than happy to offer these ceremonies for free. But I thank all of you who show up, whether you say anything aloud or not. I know so many of you tune in and are just grateful to be able to kind of be in the background and not say anything and not out yourself out of the broom closet as tuning into the moon. And I love that. But remember, my DMs are open and you can always get in touch with me at guide@safrianna.com. So until next time, I will be back undoubtedly soon with yet another moon ceremony, and I'm sure some other lives, probably doing a read aloud from the book very soon. So stay tuned for that, and I can't wait to see you again.